Hi, I'm Leslie and today I'm going to share with you how to make a green smoothie. We're going to make a pretty basic green smoothie today. Most of the ingredients we have here today you should have in your kitchen. What you don't have to add all of this every time. I pretty much add whatever I have. I kind of play around with things, which is good for everybody to do, so that you can decide what you like. Okay, so what we're going to use today, we're going to use for our greens, we're going to use kale. I love kale. It's one of my favorite greens in the world. If you don't like kale or you don't have it, you can use spinach, Swiss chard, really you can even use cabbage. Use any kind of greens that you would like, okay? We're also going to use a whole apple. I've cut it up and cored it. A whole orange. We're going to add some hemp protein, some vanilla, some agave syrup, cinnamon, my secret little ingredient. We've got some plain almond milk for our liquid. We're going to use some ice today because we're not using any frozen ingredients. If you have frozen ingredients, you can just omit the ice. We're going to use strawberries. I'm going to squeeze some fresh lemon juice. This really helps hide some of the bitterness that sometimes greens will give, especially if you're not used to the flavor of greens. Lemon will cut it completely out. And we're going to use about 1.5 bananas. Okay, so I generally add the greens first since they're going to need more blending than everything else. I tend to think they should go in first. It really doesn't matter. Using about 2 cups. You can use more or less. We'll add our apples and our oranges. You can add these whole if you'd like. The Vitamix can definitely handle it. However, some people prefer, like myself, to kind of cut things up. It makes things faster and it makes a smoother smoothie. Put your ice in, again, in any order that you'd like. We'll put our milk in. I'd say about a cup, cup and a half. Just about a teaspoon of vanilla. As you can see, I don't really measure anything. Just whatever looks right. You can add some agave nectar. If you prefer stevia, that is good as well. Sometimes if your bananas are ripe enough, you just do like a couple dashes of cinnamon. That gives it that, what is that flavor? Secret little ingredient. You can add your strawberries. Here. We'll add our lemon juice. I like to use a whole lemon. You won't really be able to taste the lemon. Again, it just works really well with greens. You're going to blend the smoothie in the Vitamix for about 60 seconds. I say sometimes 45 to 60 seconds, but generally in a high-speed blender like the Vitamix, 60 seconds should be the max it should ever take to make a smoothie. Now, if you're not familiar with how a Vitamix works, all of the newer models have 3 buttons. The on and off switch is here. This is called the variable speed knob. It goes from 0 to 10. And over here is variable and high. When it's down, it's on variable, and when it's high, or when it's up, it's on high. Okay, so I'm going to flip it on. I'm going to go ahead and very quickly turn it from 0 to 10, and then go to high, and we'll count to 60 seconds. Okay, I think it's done here. As you can see, it I don't know if you can actually see that or not, but it's very smooth. It smells delicious. We forgot to add our hemp protein, of course. I don't know if you've noticed. But I usually use about a tablespoon to 2 tablespoons. Obviously, this is more than 1 serving, so it's up to you. I wanted to show you one other thing. This is a pickle jar. Normally, I use canning jars, old canning jars if you have them, and you can put the tops on and store them in the freezer. It's a great way to make up a batch or 2 of smoothies and have for later to serve for your family. So you want to go ahead and pour it in and enjoy. Delicious. Well, I hope you try this out, and please feel free to leave me a comment and let me know how yours came out.